Wow, I'm really at a loss for words right now. I just finished watching the 2 episodes, and oh my god, it was so good. 4-year-old me is definitely screaming right now, and I really never thought I'd see Obi-Wan Kenobi in a drug lab, but I'm very glad I did get to see that in the second episode. But I'll start with the first one to talk about and review. After a brief recap of the prequels, the show opens with a scene of Order 66, which we haven't seen before, of some younglings trying to escape the clones. Can never get enough of Order 66. It's just such a tragic moment in Star Wars, and the scene was really great. On a side note, I wanted to add that I believe one of these younglings is actually Reva, who is now an Inquisitor and hunting Kenobi. Now to actually speak about Kenobi, I really love what we first see from him, working a mundane job in like a meat packing plant, and then watching over Luke, of course. There's just so many great moments in this episode alone, such as him starting to try to reach out to Qui-Gon and also having a nightmare about the events of the prequels. At some point in the episode, we're also introduced to the Inquisitors on Tatooine, searching for a Jedi that's not Kenobi, but Reva has her mind set on Kenobi for reasons unknown to us at this point. The scene of Obi-Wan and the Jawa was just hilarious. I hope the Jawa shows up again at some point in the show, but we see Obi-Wan actually buy the toy ship that Luke plays with in A New Hope, which I think is really cool, and obviously here we see Uncle Owen throwing it back at Kenobi before having a confrontation with the Inquisitors, and more specifically Reva, in which he does not rat out Kenobi or any Jedi. I don't want to just recap events, but Uncle Owen's a pretty cool character, and I like how he just doesn't really trust Obi-Wan to train Luke because of what happened to Anakin's fall to the dark side. Everything with Leia in this episode was just great. I think the actress did a great job, and the character is just so likable and smart at such a young age. And also Flea's here as the person that kidnaps Leia, so that was interesting. I'm a bit all over the place in Scatterbrain, but also I like to acknowledge Bail Organa and his relationship with Leia. I thought that was done really well as Leia's relationship with her mother, of course. And yeah, that's it for episode 1. Then I'll speak about episode 2. But the episode was just really great way to start the show, and I think Leia being the catalyst for Obi-Wan leaving Tatooine makes sense, as I don't see any other reason for him to leave. I love how the episode ends with Obi-Wan retrieving his lightsaber, and then we just see him walking off onto the ship to leave Tatooine for the first time in 10 years. I'm gonna make this second part a little faster because it's 3 in the morning and I'm getting tired, but in the second episode, it doesn't skip a beat. We see Obi-Wan saving Princess Leia, and we also see him fighting for the first time, and he's clearly rusty since he hasn't had to fight for 10 years since Revenge of the Sith. The new planet we're on was very cool, and we actually get to see a member of the 501st, I believe, and a clone trooper asking for money, which is really interesting. The Inquisitors eventually show up after Kenobi, was in the drug lab and all, and saves Princess Leia, and then they hunt him down. All the banter between Leia and Kenobi was really cute, and I like how we get the reference to him being reminded of Padme through her and her stubborn ways and actions. Before I forget, I just wanted to mention that the fake Jedi who ends up helping Kenobi was actually a really fun character to me. Kenobi using the Force for the first time in 10 years to save Leia was awesome. Him escaping the bounty hunters was awesome. Reva's backflips and shit on the buildings were not that cool. I feel like they were kind of forced and weird, but honestly, it was really great overall. A lot of this just felt new, like this whole planet, these things that were happening, the characters, it just felt very fresh for Star Wars, which I feel is something it desperately needed. And finally, the best moment in Star Wars that we've had for a long time, Obi-Wan Kenobi finding out that his former Padawan and friend Anakin Skywalker survived. It's ironic because Bail Organa tells him in episode 1 to let go of the past and that Anakin is dead, but here it is, the past back to haunt him, with a vengeance, of course, because fuck, Anakin looks menacing in that final shot. He looks like he's ready for war. But yeah, overall, I really love these 2 episodes. I'm so excited for the rest of the show, and I'm going to be reviewing each episode. Sorry if it felt a little rushed. Again, it's 3 something in the morning and I'm tired, but let me know what you thought of the episodes in the comments below. And I had some small issues, obviously. Mostly, I feel like with Reva, her character just feels a little off to me so far. But I'm sure she'll probably grow on me with, the backstory and some other moments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys.